Only remember, the star operator is applied to an address variable. It is not applicable to other type of variables. Cannot be applicable to integer, cannot be applicable to a float, cannot be applicable to a char. It can only be applicable to a address variable, which we'll study very soon. To also address constant, not only address variable, it could also be applicable to address constants. Broadly, it is applicable to a address either variable or a constant. Understood it? Now, then what happens when we apply it to an address? Sometimes the address can be address of a single element. Write down. Address could be address of single element. Second option, address of group of elements. Address of group of elements. I'm asking address. कहां से हो? Bhubaneswar. Now Bhubaneswar, he told the address. Is it address of a single student or a group of students?
Group of
Understood what is address of group of students? Yes or no? कहां पे रहते हो? Room number. कभी से room number बताओ. 388 or something, 303 or C/2, something like this. So if it's a single bedded room, then I can say this is address of a single student. Understood or not? Same we will be coming to this. So whenever we point to address to a single element, and if I apply a star, I'll immediately get the element available in that address. Understood? So when I apply star to an address, and that address is address of single element, I'll get the element available inside that location. Understood? And if the address is address of a group of element, if it is address of group of element, and once I apply a star, it converts the address from one level to next level. Let me ask the same question. और भुवनेश्वर कहां से हो? प्रशांत बिहार. प्रशांत बिहार कहां से हो? Again, you will tell the lane number or something like this. So the address is being converted from one higher level to next lower level or not? He told Bhubaneswar because he knows I am also from Bhubaneswar. और हमको बिहारी सोचता तो he would have told Odisha. Yes or no? He knows I am from Odisha. That's why he told Bhubaneswar. और he उसको अगर पता होता मैं बिहारी हूँ, क्या बोलता? सर हम Odisha से हैं. Yes or no? So if you say you are from Odisha, now next could be you are from Bhubaneswar, next could be Prashant Bihar, like this. There is a conversion of address or not? Same way, the address will be converted from higher dimension to lower dimensions. Means from 2-dimensional array to 1-dimensional array, and from 1-dimensional array to 0-dimensional array. And simple variables are nothing but 0-dimensional array. We have array A of 10. But simple variable int A, int B, int C, they are also considered to be 0-dimensional array or simple variables. Understood? So again, my question here is, when we apply star to an address, if the address happens to be address of a single element, it gives the contents of that address, contents of that location. Is it understood? Yes or no? Mansi, do you understand this? Hemant? कहाँ पे थे हेमंत? सानिध्य?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Understood.
लेट क्यों कर रहे हो ज्वाइन करने में?
नहीं सर ज्वाइन किए.
हाँ, कहाँ ज्वाइन किया?
सर मेरे से लेट हो गया.
हाँ, मैं बोल जानता हूँ. Is it understood what I am told right now? I'll give example. Don't worry, I'll give the examples. Then the star could also be applicable to address of group of elements. When it is applicable to address of a group of element, it converts the address from higher dimension to lower dimension, from higher level to lower dimension. Okay, I'll give examples. One more thing. Star and ampersands are opposite operator to each other. Star and ampersand. Sanindya, switch off your audio. Star and ampersands are opposite operator to each other. Write down this. I'll explain this point. Star and ampersands are opposite operator to each other. Okay, but before that, anything is available inside a memory location. If I name it as A, its address will be named as ampersand. If something is available inside a memory location, if its name, not value, its name is A, then address will be named as. If it is able, then its address is ampersand able. If it is elephant, its address is. Understood it or not? So inside a memory location, if I have a tiger variable, what is the name of the variable inside the memory location?
Tiger.
Tiger. What is its address?
ampersand
Oh,
tiger.
very good. Ampersand tiger. Is it understood? Yes or no?
Yes.
इतना समझ में आया कि नहीं है?
Yes.
आगे जाते हैं. Star and ampersand are opposite operator that cancels each other like minus of -5, not minus -5. What is minus of -5?
Plus
Plus
5.
5.
Plus
Five.
5. Yes or no? So star of ampersand, any variable A, star of ampersand A is same as
A.
one star cancels one ampersand. If I write down here 2 stars and 2 ampersand, it is also same as A. If I write down star, star, ampersand A, it is same as.
Star
Oh,
A.
Star
very
A.
good. Is it understood? Tell me yes or no. With this understanding, let's proceed.
Sir, can you explain this part again?
मन से कौन सा फिर एक्सप्लेन करूं?
Sir, I'm Bharti.
ओ भारती, हाँ भारती को कौन सा एक्सप्लेन करूं?
Star and
ampersand. हाँ,
ampersand.
ठीक है.
Yes, yes.
One star will cancel. भारती, how many ampersand? अरे भारती को बोलने दो. One star will cancel one ampersand. So star of ampersand A is same as. Very good. Very good. If I write down double star, double ampersand of X, what would be the value over here? Very good. If I write down one star and double ampersand of P, what would be the value over here? Ampersand P.
Ampersand P.
Ampersand. Understood this?
Sir, second वाला का क्या होगा? Star, star and ampersand X.
हाँ, X होगा. One star will cancel one ampersand will cancel one star. Understood it or not? भारती समझ में आया?
Sir, yes, sir.
Yes. Now, let me come to this. Let's come to the simple things, which we know already. I have how many variables I declared here? 3 variables.
3.
Do you understand the memory representation of these 3 variables? Tell me yes or no.
Yes.
I have a variable in the name P, which has a value 8. If the inside memory I tell it in P, it's outside P, the memory location will be named as ampersand.
P.
Same as CH, ampersand CH, FL, ampersand FL. Understood everyone? Tell me yes or no.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, समझ में आया?
Sir.
Very good. I have another question. Now tell me, when I write ampersand P, this is address of a single element or multiple elements?
1 element.
Very good, 1 element.
Single.
If I put a star, ampersand P is address of a single element. If I put a star, I will get the contents or not?
Yes, sir.
What is the
Yes, sir.
contents?
8.
P.
8.
Now, very good, very good. Now, star of ampersand P is nothing but.
P.
So when I write P, I get the value 8. Agreed or not?
Yes.
Yes,
Sir.
sir.
Do you understand what happens for a zero dimensional array? What I told just now, simple variables? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Very good.
Yes, sir.
If you have understood this, let's proceed for a one-dimensional array. Look at this. Let me tell one thing. C programming language is a block structured language. Statements are defined inside a block. Data are also defined inside blocks. All array, be it 1 dimension, 2 dimension, 3 dimensions, are declared inside an array. If I tell we have a 1 dimensional array, the picture looks like this, which embeds how many elements here? 10. And each element will be this like this. So 10 number of elements are embedded inside the outer blocks. Understood it? Are
Yes,
yes
sir.
or no?
Yes, sir.
What is the name of the array?
A.
Very good. Do remember ampersand name of the array. Write down ampersand name of the array. Always gives starting address of the whole array. Ampersand
Yes, sir.
name of the array. Ampersand name of the array always yields the starting address of the whole array. Ampersand name of the array always yields the starting address of the whole array. Starting address of the whole array. Now, the array starts from the location. Anyone?
5,000.
5,000.
Ampersand A is address of the whole array. What is the starting address?
5,000.
So ampersand A value should be 5,000. All are agreed to me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
If yes, I have another question. I wrote ampersand A is address of single element or group of element?
Group of
element.
Group of element.
In the arrays group of element.
Group of element. If I put a star, will it give the element or it converts the address?
Convert.
converted.
Converts the address. Ampersand A, again I am asking, ampersand A is address of single element or group of element?
Group of element.
Group of elements.
Copy में लिखो. Ampersand A is address of a group of element. हेमंत,
Yes, sir.
ampersand A का पास में अगर मैं एक weapon छोड़ता हूँ, वो weapon star है. That star will bring the element from memory or convert the address from one higher dimension to next lower dimension.
Sir, converts.
Converts, because ampersand A is address of group of elements. Applying a star will never give the element, rather it converts the address from one higher dimension to next lower dimension. Understood it? So what is star of ampersand? Address of which element?
Yes.
Array? Address of which element? First element.
Yes, sir.
Now my question here is, star of ampersand A should be written, or I can write down this as A also? Tell me. Should I write star of ampersand A, or I should write A, which is more preferred?
It's equal to a
So what is A? Address of the
address
first
of
element. Write down this. A is address of the first element. Ampersand A is address of the whole array. Mansi, understood? Hemant,
Yes, sir.
Anindya,
yes,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Abhijit,
Yes, sir.
what is A? Address of? Very good. Very good. यहाँ तक समझ में आया? Now tell me, A is address of a single element or multiple element?
Single element.
single.
Very good. If A is address of a single element, and if I put a weapon star before this, star is a weapon. A is address of single element. If
It
I
will
apply
return
this
the
weapon, will I convert the address or I'll take out the element from that memory?
take out the
Convert.
element.
Take out the element.
Tell me what is the element present in the first location?
5.
5.
Star of A is 5, A is 5,000, ampersand is 5,000. Up to this you have understood. Tell me yes or no.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Let me tell one thing. Like bracket, I can also use star operator to access every elements of the array. I can access every element of the array using star operators. Now, answer to my question. कहां से हो? हैं? सभी भुवनेश्वर से। तुम कहां से हो? बिहार से। बिहार खड़ा होकर तुमको अगर मैं पूछता हूं उसका आगे क्या है, क्या बोलोगे? हैं? उत्तर प्रदेश, वही बोलेगा। अगर पटना में खड़ा होकर वही बोलोगे, पटना से हूं, तो आगे क्या है, क्या बोलोगे? कुछ मुगलसराय वगैरह बोलोगे।
शहर होगा।
Do you understand my question? Standing at a place in, let's say, Odisha, if you say this place belongs to Odisha, if I ask you a question, what next? Will you tell the next is Cuttack or you will say next is Andhra or Bengal? क्या जवाब दोगे? State name. If you say this place name is Acharya Bihar, the next place will you tell Puri or Badi Bihar? Do you understand this logic or not?
Yes,
So
sir.
this plus one means what next? Hey, yourself, yes. Come here. इधर आओ. खड़े रह जाओ, अच्छा होगा. ओके, तो दो पूरा कोना में जाके खड़ा ना, मतलब सब तुमको देखेंगे, मेरे को नहीं. If you have no interest to study, start. Now, listen what question I was asking. Someone who is telling this is Odisha, if I ask what next, either you say Bengal or Bihar or Andhra like this. If you say this place is Bani Bihar, next place is Acharya Bihar like this. If you say this place is Khurda, next place maybe Kotak like this. Same thing happens to address. Ampersand A is address of a single element of the whole array. Whole array. If ampersand A is address of the whole array, what about ampersand A plus 1? It is next to the whole array or not?
Yes, sir.
If
Yes,
ampersand A is address of the
Five
whole array,
thousand.
ampersand
will
A
become-
plus 1, what next after this array?
5,000.
Yes. Now, let's have a calculation. The array has how many elements?
10.
5,000.
Each element is of
2 bytes.
2 bytes.
Bytes.
If each element 2 bytes, 10 elements are there, total it will take how many bytes?
20.
3.
If it takes 20 bytes and I start my array from 5,000, will it be ended at 5,019 or not?
Yes, sir.
If I start from 0, 20 bytes ended at 20 or 19.
19.
19.
So next will be started from 5,000.
20.
Understood it or not? If each element is float, each element is and takes
Float.
4 bytes, takes 4 bytes, 10 number of elements. This would have been 5,020 or 5,040.
5040.
Understood it? Tell me yes or no. I have
Yes,
another
sir.
question. Not and finished. Now, ampersand A plus 1. If A, what is the value of A?
5,000.
Address of the
1000.
And this is address of the first element, 0th element.
yes, sir.
And what about A plus 1? Address of the next element.
Yes, sir.
5,002.
If A is address of
5002.
the first element, A plus 1 is address of the next element.
Yes.
Very nice. And that element size is of how many bytes?
2.
2.
And started from 5,000. If it starts from 5,000, it is 2 bytes. It takes the space 5,000 and 5,001. So next will start from 5,000. Oh,
Two.
very nice. कैसे बोल देता इतना जल्दी एडिशन करके? Very good. ठीक है. Now what is address of this element? What can I write? A plus?
2.
2.
Yes or no? What would be the value of A plus 2? Can anyone say?
5004.
5004.
Oh, very nice, very nice. I have some more questions. Okay, try to answer. अच्छे आंसर दे रहे हो. ऑनलाइन वाले तो बहुत बढ़िया देते हैं. ठीक है. मैं कुछ क्वेश्चन पूछना चाहता हूँ. थोड़ा जवाब देने की कोशिश करो. जवाब देने से I will feel comfortable. Now, look at this. अच्छा, what is A address of the first element?
First element.
Single.
First element. If I put a star on this, I'll get element 5. All are agree to me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
What is address of the next element? Just now you told A plus. If
1.
A plus 1 is address of the next element, उसी element को मैं खींचना चाहता हूँ. What I'll do?
Star.
Understood or not? Now,
Yes.
if I want to bring the element A of 7, what should I write down here? Can anyone say? A plus
8 plus 6.
7?
Star.
Star.
Understood it? Yes or no? So every element of the array can be accessed either using bracket operator or star operator. Is it understood? Sorry. Oh, B.
6.
Sorry.
No.
Plus
A7
six
means.
होगा ना?
Let me tell. ठीक है, doubt clear कर दो. जल्दी तुरंत कर देते हैं. First element is A of 1 or A of 0?
You have
0.
zeros.
आइए अभी.
0.
A of 0, A of 1, A of 2. आइए.
Yes, sir.
A of 1 के लिए A plus 1 star. A of 2 के लिए A plus 2 star. ठीक लग रहा है? आगे बढ़ें. Very good. If you have understood this, if you claim you have understood, okay, all these values I have written, don't worry for this. Let me come to them class. Let's come. यहाँ आते थोड़ा. Let's try to understand the question. I declared an array of 1 dimension or 2 dimension.
2
What is the size?
dimension.
2 dimension.
4 cross 3, 4 rows, 3 columns, Elements have been given. Each element is of array starts from. Up to
5,000.
this everyone has understood. Tell me yes or no. सच में
Yes,
अंडरस्टैंड
sir.
में क्या है? तो आप डाटा दिए, हम लोग सुन लिए, यही ना है? Okay. Now, two-dimensional array, when it is stored in the memory in a C programming language, look at the structures. The structure looks like this. Block structure language. Remember this.
Blocks of memory.
कितने ब्लॉक हैं? 4 ब्लॉक हैं. Every block will have how many elements?
3.
Oh,
3.
very good. आया समझ में? Yes or no? मैंने one dimensional draw किया था. Now two dimensional we have 4 rows and all these 4 rows are embedded inside a outer block over here. Of the picture is understood. Tell me yes or no.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Yes, sir.
फिर आगे
Yes,
बढ़ते हैं. आगे बढ़ते हैं. अच्छा, tell me what is ampersand B? Address of the first element or the whole array?
Whole array.
The whole array. Whole array.
Ah, very good online students. What is the value of ampersand B? Understood everyone? Tell me yes or no.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Sir.
Now, I'll ask some questions. Okay. Ampersand B is address of a single element or group of elements?
Group.
Group of
Group of elements.
If I apply a star, will I get the element or it converts the address from one dimension to next lower dimension?
Converts.
Converts the
Converts.
address.
Achha, very good. Achha, ampersand B is address of how many dimension array?
2.
Two
Two
dimensions.
Dimensional.
So if I apply a star, this will become the address of the one dimensional array.
Yes. Yes.
So, would you like to write down star of ampersand B or only B? Which is preferred? Tell me. This is same.
B.
Yes, sir.
So
B.
now
Yes,
B
B.
is, this is same as B. Now B is address of an element or address of the first row?
Address
First
fast
row.
row.
First row.
Is it understood? Everyone tell me yes or no.
Yes. Yes,
अरे
sir.
बोलती बंद क्यों हो गया? सर
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
ऑनलाइन से बोल रहे हैं. Yes sir. आगे बढ़ रहा हूं. So what is B? Address of the first row.
Row.
I have one more question. Now B is address of a single element or group of elements?
Group of
Group of
elements.
elements.
Of elements.
If I apply a star, will I get the element or it converts the address to 0 dimension?
0 dimension.
Zero dimension.
Now, very good. First element address is B. What is the address of first element?
5,000.
B. Address of first
Yes,
element is B or not?
Yes, sir.
Now tell me, ampersand B is 5,000. Sorry, star B. I forgot to write. B is also, star B is also.
5,000.
Tell me, all these three are clear or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Very good. अगर एक बार इसको समझ लो तो फिर डायग्राम में हटा देता हूं. So what is ampersand B?
5,000.
5,000.
Very
5,000.
good. Very good. Understood?
Yes,
हाँ
sir.
कि नहीं? अच्छा, एक चीज मैं पूछता हूं. If the first element address is 5,000, what is the address of the first element?
Star B.
Star B. हाँ, यही सही बोला. Star B. Can I get the first element by writing star of star B? Yes or no? If I write down star B, what element I will get?
5.
Five.
Five.
Only
Understood it?
5,000. Only 5,000.
Very good. और कुछ सवाल है तुमसे. What is the address of the first row? B.
B.
Are yes or no?
Yes.
What is the address of the first element? What is the address
Star
of the
B.
next element?
Star B.
Star B plus
Star B
1.
plus 1.
Star B.
If star B plus 1 is the address of this element, by putting a star, I will get the next element or not? समझ में आ रहा है कि नहीं आ रहा है?
Yes, sir.
आया समझ में? थोड़ा आगे बढ़ते हैं. Can I access this element? यही एलिमेंट को एक्सेस में कर पाऊं क्या? Look at, I want to access this element. How can I access? Try to understand. B is address of this row. What is address of this row?
B plus 1.
और उस्ताद हो संग जल्दी बोल रहे हो. B plus 1 is address of single element or a group of element?
Group of
Group of
elements.
elements.
Very good, very good. If I put a star, this will be address of this first element. All are agreed to me, yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
What is address of this element?
Star B plus 1 plus 1.
And if I put a star to this, will I not get the element?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes or
sir.
no?
Yes.
And before I leave my last question, answer to this question, how can I access this element? ये एलिमेंट को कैसे एक्सेस करेंगे थोड़ा बताओ मेरे को. ओह, रुको
B
रुको रुको
plus
रुको, ये पेन मेरा मुश्किल है।
star B plus
आते रुको,
B star B plus 2 minus
star
1
B plus 3
अरे मेरा
minus
कान तो सुनने तो दो मतलब।
plus
अच्छा, ये एलिमेंट है, एलिमेंट बताओ क्या?
star B plus 3 plus
कॉपी में लिख लो, स्टूडेंट कॉपी में लिख लो, बहुत अच्छा
Star
आंसर
B
दो।
plus 3 plus
अच्छा,
1.
B is address of this row. What is address of this row? B plus.
2
What is
plus
address of
1.
this row?
B plus
plus
2.
2
What is address of this row?
B plus 3.
B plus 3
B plus 3.
Is it understood? Everyone tell me yes or no.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
yes sir
Tell me B plus 3 is address of a single element or group of elements?
Group of
of
elements.
elements.
Very nice. If I put a star, this will be address of this element. All are agreed to me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
What is address of the next element?
plus 1
Plus 1.
Plus 1.
And if I want to get the element, I'll put a star or not.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Can you access every element or any element of the array using star operator only without using bracket operator? Yes or no?
yes
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
One more thing. The whole array starts from 5,000. The first row also starts from,
5,000.
1000.
first element also starts from.
5,000.
1000.
These are different, star B and ampersand B. Understood or not? So means a state starts from a particular boundary. A district also starts from the same boundary or not?
Yes,
Odisha,
sir.
Bengal. Odisha, Bengal, there is a boundary. They are from a district starts, they are from a block starts, and they are from a village starts or not?
Yes, sir.
Understood it? If you have understood this, now to suffice this, all these addresses, when you display it on the screen, don't write down percentage D, write percentage U. Percentage U is used for displaying the address. Okay, don't write percentage D. So if I want to access B2 of 1, I'll write down like this. If I write down 3 to go, okay, 3 2, I'll write down this like this. Understood it?
Star B equal to 5 ये वाला कैसे हुआ?
अच्छा, स्टार बी क्या हुआ?
5,000.
5,000 is address of a single element or group of element?
Group
No,
of
star B is address of single element or group of element?
group of single element.
If it is address of single element, by applying a weapon star, I will get the element or not? तोड़ के ले लेंगे।
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
यही तो है बात।
Okay, sir.
Let me tell one thing over here. Okay, very recently I was coming from Delhi to Bhubaneswar. Okay, राजधानी में आ रहे थे। तो ये स्टोरी नहीं है, मतलब हकीकत है। Let me map to this problem. इन लोग सुने ये हंसेंगे अभी। What happened? I was sitting in a berth where and it was occupied more or less. Two persons were talking. Immediately started talking. जैसे लगता है कि ये पुराना जान पहचान है, लग रहा था, लेकिन जो सवाल पूछने शुरू किया तो लग रहा है ये तो किसी को जानते ही नहीं। Then one person asked, "Where from you are?" Other person told, "I am from Odisha." Then immediately the person who was asking, he was very much happy. अरे उड़ीसा, ठीक है, तो हम लोग फिर बात करके चलते हैं, फिर हम भी उड़ीसा जाएंगे, हम भी चलोगे, तो फिर बहुत सारे टाइम पास हो जाएगा, आपको लग रहा है, ठीक है। अच्छा, उड़ीसा से है तो फिर उड़ीसा से कहां से हो? He told भुवनेश्वर। बहुत ही अच्छा हुआ, क्यों? हम भी भुवनेश्वर से, फिर भुवनेश्वर तक पूरे बात करके चलेंगे, कहीं और बीच में उतरना नहीं पड़ेगा। वही ठीक है, चल रहा है। फिर थोड़ी देर गया, क्या मन आया पता नहीं, वो फिर क्वेश्चन पूछ ले, अरे भुवनेश्वर में कहां पे हो? अब क्यों पूछ रहे हैं? नहीं देखेंगे, अगर आसपास हो गए तो एक ही ओला लेके चलेंगे। वो भी होता ना, मतलब ओला में तो दो जा सकते हैं, पैसा तो सबको चाहिए भाई, काहे खर्चा करेंगे? मतलब बोले नहीं, आपको कहाँ चाहिए? नहीं, आप कहाँ रहते हैं? नहीं, हम जयदेव बिहार में। हम भी तो जयदेव बिहार रहते हैं, तो ठीक है। तो फिर बात हो गया, अभी दोनों एक ही ओला में आएंगे। फिर कुछ टाइम गया, फिर पूछ रहे हैं, अरे भाई जयदेव बिहार कहाँ से? वही सवाल बार बार आप क्यों पूछ रहे हैं? कहां से मतलब बोल दिया जयदेव बिहार, वहीं पे तो एक ही ओला में जाएंगे। नहीं, फिर अगर कूली का जरूरत पड़ेगा तो एक ही कूली कर लेंगे, वो सामान उठाएगा। कहाँ पे? नहीं, बोले कहाँ पे? नहीं, हम अपार्टमेंट में रहते हैं। बोले हम भी तो अपार्टमेंट में रहते हैं। कौन सा अपार्टमेंट? नहीं, वहां जयदेव बिहार बिष्णुप्रिया अपार्टमेंट है, नाम मेरे को पता, बिष्णुप्रिया, हम भी बिष्णुप्रिया में। अरे तुम भी, मैंने कभी देखा ही नहीं। मैंने, हम पढ़ाई वढ़ाई करते हैं, इंजीनियरिंग आप कभी नहीं देखे होगे, हम तो ज्यादा घर से निकलते नहीं, घर से नहीं निकलते। इंजीनियरिंग पर तो ये कैसे बात हो गया? इंजीनियरिंग स्टूडेंट तो सब घर से निकलते हैं, कभी नहीं देखे तुमको। अच्छा, तो बिष्णुप्रिया अपार्टमेंट कौन सा मतलब ब्लॉक में रहते हो? वो बोला मैंने ए ब्लॉक में, हम भी ए ब्लॉक में रहते हैं, कम से कम कभी सीडी में भी दिख नहीं, सीडी में कैसे दिखेंगे, हम तो निकलते नहीं। तो फिर पूछे अच्छा वो ए ब्लॉक में कौन सा रूम नंबर बताओ, तो फ्लैट नंबर बहुत सारे मेरा जानकारी है, वो जो बताया 203, वो आदमी बताया हम भी तो उसी फ्लैट से हैं। सो दोनों बाप बेटे थे, देयर फादर एंड सन, they are talking like this so that they will feel engaged and others will also listen to their talk. तो सब लोग सुन रहे हैं भाई, कुछ तो टाइम पास हो रहा है, लेकिन थे बाप बेटे थे, बोले ऐसे ऐसे करके टाइम पास कर लेते हैं। So my the question here is, the whole array starts from 5,000, the first row starts from 5,000, the first element also starts from 5,000. Only thing is that first element name is star b. फर्स्ट, अच्छा ऑनलाइन स्टूडेंट्स कोई तुम्हारा घर वाले तो नहीं सुन रहे ना?
नहीं सर।
नहीं, हाँ ठीक है, मना कर रहा हूँ, बोलेंगे सर स्टोरी पढ़ा रहे कि क्लास ले रहे हैं?
नहीं सर, कोई नहीं सुन रहा है।
सानिध्या कोई सुन रहे हैं क्या?
नहीं सर,
नहीं सर।
हाँ हाँ, बंद कर दिया करो, मतलब कम से कम नहीं सुनेंगे ये टीचर क्या कर रहे हैं तुम्हारे। So do you understand these are not? So but the names are different. Star B, B or ampersand B like this. So today you will write a program to verify all this what I told. Now come to pointer data type or pointer variable, very simple. Now what you learned earlier, that I'm saying pointer data type or pointer variables. I normally tell this as an address data type or address variables. In the book you will get pointer, but it would be better understood if you consider this as an address variable or address data types. Okay. So when we declare a variable, let's say we declare a variable int a, we declare it. Int is the data type, name of the variable is a. What's the meaning of this? Meaning is like this. A memory will be allocated, which will be holding which type of data?
Integer.
Integer data. Name of the variable is. Cunningham Ritchie made a small mistake. Can a variable, can a memory location hold an address? The question arises. A memory can hold integer data, floating point data, character data. Then if I am keeping an address inside a memory location, what I am keeping? What would be its data type? कैसे data type declare करेंगे? Then we thought we'll declare it as
Pointer.
I don't read it as int star a. We'll read it as int star then a. What is the name of the variable? A. No. Name of the variable is a. Data type is
Int star.
Don't read it int star a. Don't read it like this. You read it as int star a. So int star is the data type. Int star is the new data type. Int is a data type. Int star is a new data type. And int star is which data type? Address or pointer data type. Okay. Int star is a address or pointer data type which is holding address to an integers. If I write float star p, this will be holding address to a float data.
Float.
If I write down int star p, it will hold address to an integer.
Integer.
If I write down char star p, p will be holding address to a, understood it or not? So our reading will be like this. Rather than int star a, we'll read it int star then a. It could have been done like this, Cunningham Ritchie, int star then a. So that this is your data type, this is the name of the variable. The common syntax is like this. Anyway, doesn't matter. So when we declare integer variable, it holds the integer data. When we declare this a pointer or address variable, I declare now, how many variable did I declare here? One is a. What is the data type of a?
Integer.
Int. What is the data type of b?
Int star.
Int star means address to a integer. Understood it or not? Are Orgya, Abhijit, Sanindya, have you understood or not?
Yes sir. Yes sir.
Achha. Now I have a question. If contents of a location is called as B, its address is ampersand B. Content is A, address is ampersand A. Did I assign any value to B? No. Did I assign a value to A?
Yes sir.
So before I do operation on B, I should assign a value. What B is asking for? Does it ask for an integer or address to integers?
Address to integer.
Address to integer.
To
Very good.
integer.
Very good. Look at this. Did I write this as address to integer B assigned to ampersand A? Are yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
B is a variable, was asking for address to integer, and we gave it like by writing ampersand A address to an integer. Understood up to this? Tell me yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Once I write this, a link is established. Suppose I tell this address was 3000. 3000 will be available inside this or not?
Yes, sir.
Which is pointing to this. Now, I have some more questions. If I write A, I'll get the value of A 5 or not? If I write A, I'll get the value of A as 10.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
If I write B, what value I'll get? Sorry.
Address to
Address.
If I write B, what I'll get? Address ampersand A. B
3000.
is address of a single element or group of element.
Single.
Single.
If I put a star, I'll get 10. Agreed or not?
Yes, sir.
All have understood this?
Yes, sir.
Very good. First question. Let's come to the first question. ये क्वेश्चन में पॉइंटर टू ए वन डायमेंशनल आर कॉपी में थोड़ा लिखो समझ पाओगे पॉइंटर टू वन डायमेंशनल आर व्हाट इज द साइज ऑफ द आर
Six.
each element of the array is a integer, float or character.
Integer.
Integer.
Did I initialize the value to this?
Yes, sir.
Yes. I declare a pointer variable. This pointer variable is pointing to, or address variable is pointing to one integer or multiple integers.
Multiple.
No, look
One
at this.
integer.
Okay, one integer. One
Star B.
integer. One integer. Sorry.
Do you understand the memory representation, Sanidhya Arghya, Abhijit?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes.
Up to this, everyone is clear?
Yes, sir.
Write down a statement. Write down a statement. Let me also write down. I write B assigns to ampersand ARR. Is it correct?
No, sir.
No, sir. Let me ask question. Let me ask question. Are. B is asking to for address of one integer or multiple integers.
One integer.
One integer.
Very good. Ampersand ARR is address of the whole array or address of the first element?
Whole array.
Whole array.
B
Whole array
equals
consists of how many elements?
Six.
Six
So
element.
if I write down ampersand ARR, तुमने चाय का दुकान गया, you ask for one cup of tea and he will come with a kettle of tea. Will you accept it?
No.
क्या हाथी है क्या? मतलब केटल ले ले, मैं पी लूंगा. भाई हमको तो एक चाय कप मंगाए, कप केटल लेके आएगा, मैं केटल से पी लूंगा क्या? Do you understand this or not?
Yes.
So this ampersand B is asking for address to how many integer?
One
Copy में
integer.
लिखो. Mansi, copy में लिखो.
One integer.
Address to ampersand AR is address to
6 into.
Oh, now if I deduct this, ARR is addressed to 6 integer or 1 integer?
One.
integer.
One. Now acceptable.
And possibly this is addressed to first integer?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Are yes or no? Is it
Yes, sir.
accepted?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
जोर से बोला, ठीक तो बोल रहा हूँ, डर
Yes,
क्यों रहा
sir.
है?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
हाँ.
Sir.
Not accepted. Is it accepted?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
With this acceptance, can I access the elements of this array? Suppose I want to access this element using B variable. B is addressed to first element. Putting a star will be giving what value?
Five.
Five.
Yes,
Copy में
five.
लिखो. Copy में लिखो. Copy में लिखो. अरे, what is address of this element?
ARR
Oh, very
plus
good.
ARR plus
plus
2.
2.
No, no. AR plus B plus
B
AR
plus
plus 2
two.
भी होगा. AR
हाँ.
2 भी होगा. B plus 2. Agree,
plus
Mansi? B plus 2.
Yes, sir.
B plus 2 is address of single element or group of element.
Single.
Single element.
Single one. And it's
If
6
I
of
put a star, I will get 8 or
8.
not.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Is it understood? Are yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
One
sir.
more question.
Yes, sir.
How can I access the last element using pointer variable B?
B plus
B
5.
plus 5
B
or
plus
6?
5.
B plus
B
5.
plus 5.
And it's
है कि नहीं? अच्छा, the same element, this element can be accessed by writing ARR5. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
यार, ये
sir.
थोड़ा अच्छा लग रहा है. इसी टाइप का करके दीजिए, कैसे एक्सेस करेंगे? Look at this. One very important thing I will tell. Name of the array is always an address constant. name of the array is always an address constant. Have you written it? B is the address variable or address constant here?
Variable.
Variables.
Write down this. B is the address variable. Can I write an expression like 5 equal to 5 plus 1?
No.
ऐसे नहीं लिख
Oh.
पाएंगे ना? Very
नहीं.
good.
No, sir.
Constant should not appear in the left hand side. I want to tell one thing. A constant can be replaced by its equivalent variable. A constant can be replaced by its equivalent variable. However, the reverse is not necessarily true. The reverse is not necessarily true.
Sir,
A constant can be replaced always by a variable, however, equivalent variable. However, the reverse is not necessarily true. Let me give an example. Suppose I have a statement A equal to 5. Okay. I have a statement like this, B equal to C plus 5. Can I write down B equal to C plus A?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes or no?
Yes,
I
sir.
can write down.
Hmm.
A constant can be replaced by equivalent variable. However, B is 10. What is B?
10.
Can I write down these as 10 equal to C plus 5?
No, sir.
No, sir. So variable may not necessarily be replaced by its equivalent constant. However, a constant can be replaced by its equivalent variable. Is it understood? Tell me yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Very good. With this understanding, what we observe B and ARR, which is variable, which is constant?
B is
B variable.
B variable, ARR, copy में लिखो. এই जो প্লেটো রেখে এই রো রে যা এই রো রে যা এই লাস্ট এই লাস্ট বট ওয়ান जो ব্ল্যাক কালার টি শার্ট তাই পড়ে প্লেটো দেখে আগু 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 যা হ্যাঁ তাকে ডাকো সেটি হ্যাঁ সেটা উঠো হ্যাঁ আগু এটি যা কাম হিয়ার উঠো 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 Have you written B is variable ARR? Now,
Yes, constant.
how can I access this element using ARR? भूलोगे नहीं ARR क्या लिखूंगा मैं ब्रैकेट
2.
2.
इसको क्या लिखूं
ARR 5.
और
Five.
ARR bracket 5. What is the equivalent value of ARR? B. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Can I write down this is B of 2? Yes. I can replace this constant by its equivalent variable. B is pointing to the first element. I can access that element by writing B of 2. And this element can be also written by B of.
B of 5.
Is it understood?
Yes, sir.
Statement I have written nowhere else there's such type of statements. A constant can be replaced by its equivalent variable. However, the variable may not be replaced by its equivalent constant. Understood? So with this, we can do this. Now, can I display all elements of the array using the pointer variable B? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
कर लोगे B bracket or B star?
Yes,
Are
sir.
yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Can you write it using a for loop?
Yes, sir.
जोर से बोलो yes yes. B
Yes, sir.
plus
Yes, sir.
0 star, then B plus,
1 star,
finally B plus.
5 star.
Can I write it in a for loop by changing this particular value I 0 1 to 5 or not?
B plus I कर.
Yes. वो करके कर देना. Very good. Can you find out sum of all elements of the array using this pointer variable?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
Do this. Do this. करते हैं एक प्रॉब्लम. आओ Let's add all elements of the array using pointer variable. I have a PTR, intermediate
Yes, sir.
sum is 0, array of 5, and I can assign PTR equal to ARR. Up to this is understood?
Yes, sir.
Can I access all elements using PTR variable?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
The sum equal to
Yes,
sum
sir.
plus star of PTR plus 0, PTR plus 1. The statements are similar or same?
Similar.
Similar statement can be written inside for loop.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
लिख देते हैं star of PTR plus I or PTR bracket I, both will work or not?
Yes, sir.
अच्छा, one more question. Can I initialize this pointer PTR to ARR plus 5 plus 4?
Yes, sir.
ये किसको पॉइंट करेगा?
Last element.
If I want to do the addition, I'll write down plus or minus.
Minus.
Minus करके आएंगे. Yes
Yes,
or no?
Yes, sir.
If it is pointed to the last element, previous one, minus two करके, can I do this or not?
Yes, sir.
What the program will write down? You add it by pointing to the first position. You'll add it by pointing to the last position.
Last position.
Very good. Understood this or not?
Yes,
But
sir.
Yes,
use a
sir.
pointer variable. So this is all about today's class. Okay. So next day we'll discuss some benefits of pointer and many other things.
Sir,
But yes, most importantly, what I told you, go on writing fast how to display the addresses. Make sure that what I told ampersand a star like this, they are giving the correct value or not. Then come to these programs.
sir,
Understood? Huh? Yes.
for finding the sum of array, you
Yes.
given just now you have given a question. Can I use malloc and calloc if I know it already?
Malloc, I do not know. You know, you can do, but I do not know, Hemant, what is malloc. ठीक है?
Okay, then I will.
हाँ, मेरे को पता नहीं मैं कैसे करूँ malloc. मैं आज तो पूछा तुम लोग, आज जवाब नहीं दिया. आगे पढ़ के कोई फायदा है क्या? आज तो तुम देख लिए तुम लोग. स्टार का क्वेश्चन मैंने दिया था, है कि नहीं? तो malloc मेरे को पता नहीं है. मैं जितना जानता हूँ उतना ही बोलता हूँ. ठीक है? Online students, now you go to your passwords. Go to your breakout room, try to write down this using pointer how to access every elements of the array. That's the basic objective. So start printing ampersand b जो example जो दिया था मैंने वो example पहले कर लो so that you will be accustomed with this. थोड़ा सा example है मैंने कैसे दिया था one dimensional array use access all elements using pointer, go for a two dimensional array, access all elements using pointer, a star operator, then go for this, then things will be clear.
सर
हाँ हाँ कुछ बोलना चाहते हो कोई ऑनलाइन में?
हाँ यस सर आई एम हेलो
हाँ बोलो.
सर हुई डे से एग्जाम कब होगा सर कल
कौन सा एग्जाम?
से आप बोला था ना
हाँ
एग्जाम
किसी भी दिन मैं कर सकता हूँ. एनी डे आई मैं डू.
ओके ओके थैंक यू
Can you please show me the one-dimensional slide?
ठीक है भारती देख लिया.
हाँ सर हो गया.
Also हमारा previous quiz जो हुआ था सर उसमें एक क्वेश्चन के लिए आपको मेल किया था सर बट आपने कुछ किया
हाँ
नहीं.
ठीक है
तो उसका क्या होगा सर? वो मार्क्स तो हमारा चला गया.
देखेंगे देख.
सर एक्चुअली हमने वो सर को पूछा था कृष्णा सर को बट उन्होंने
सर
बोला
चलेगा
आपसे
भाई, सर चलेगा छोड़ो.
क्या है यार?